listen closely. If your income completely stops the exact second you stop working, well, you're trapped. Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're tearing down the typical illusions of wealth and handing you the exact blueprint to actually escape the traditional work model. Because look, while most people are out there trading the absolute best hours of their days just to survive, the truly wealthy are operating on a completely different frequency. They aren't just working, they're building systems that actually pay them while they sleep. So let's get right into it.
You are one decision away from changing your entire future. Really let that sink in for a second. Real freedom? It isn't just about having a bit more money in your checking account today. It's about having cash flow that doesn't require you to practically beg for it every single month. Bridging that massive gap between where you are right now and absolute financial freedom really just comes down to a single choice: deciding to stop operating the way everyone else does. For the vast majority of people, the reality is just exhausting, right? You work for money once, you put in an hour, you get paid for an hour. But your goal shouldn't be to just work harder and harder forever. The goal is to build an engine. You want to create something that keeps producing immense value long after your initial shift is done. That right there is where true wealth actually begins. Which brings us to phase one, the paycheck trap. Think about it. Every single morning, millions of people wake up to blaring alarms, fight through insane traffic, and arrive at jobs feeling stressed out and honestly, fundamentally afraid. They're basically running on a treadmill that's sitting over a ridiculously fragile foundation, because it literally only takes one thing to bring the whole house of cards crashing down. One sickness, one family emergency, or one unexpected job loss. When you rely completely on one single source of income that absolutely demands your physical presence, you're constantly living on the edge of disaster, and it really doesn't matter how big that paycheck is. Let's move on to phase two, master rare, valuable skills. Your actual escape route starts right here. Society is always telling you to just hustle harder, but the reality is specific skills are going to pay you way more than raw motivation ever will. Think about building an arsenal with things like sales, marketing, editing, coding, investing, or even just high-level communication. Mastering just one of these can quite literally change your family's entire bloodline. And we live in an era where internet learning is completely free. Imagine if you just traded a few hours of mindless entertainment for some late nights actually watching your own skill graph tick upward. The resources are sitting right there, you just have to decide to use them. And here's a hard truth for you. Average people rely on talent. They just assume the wealthy were born gifted or got lucky. But the people who actually manage to escape the paycheck trap, they rely on unglamorous, raw discipline. It's the sheer ability to sit down every single day, do the actual work, learn the skill when it's incredibly hard, and just push through the frustration when the novelty inevitably wears off. That takes us to phase three, build assets, not paychecks. So, once you've mastered a rare skill, if you just go out and get a higher paying job, you're still in the trap, right? It's just a slightly more comfortable trap. What you actually need are assets. Now, an asset is simply something that keeps making money long after the work is completed. This is the absolute core engine of financial freedom. It could be a YouTube video that earns ad revenue for years, an online business generating sales while you're literally away from your computer, or an investment just growing quietly in the background. This right here is the ultimate secret of the wealthy. Step one, work once. Step two, get paid repeatedly. Smart people engineer their lives so their initial burst of effort reaps rewards over and over again. Your future entirely depends on how many of these automated systems you plant today so they can work for you in the background tomorrow. And hey, we've all seen those viral pictures online, right? The flashy photos of influencers covered in designer bags, posing next to rented sports cars. They look incredibly rich on your feed, but behind the scenes, so many of them are actually financially weak, just blowing every single paycheck on temporary pleasure and status. Real wealth is built by ownership. You've got to stop spending everything you earn just to look successful. Invest it into businesses, real estate, or your own ideas so that every single dollar you have becomes a tireless worker for your future. So if this whole blueprint is this straightforward, what actually stops most people from doing it? I'll tell you right now, the answer isn't a lack of information, and it's definitely not a lack of capital. The ultimate bottleneck is totally psychological. It's fear. It's the fear of failure, the fear of rejection, and honestly, the paralyzing fear of criticism from people who aren't even building anything themselves. But here's the thing, you do not need perfection to begin.
You only need movement. Just remember that every single expert you admire today was once completely unknown. They were sitting in a dark room somewhere, absolutely terrified to hit publish on their first project or launch their small business. The longer you wait for that perfect moment, the harder life becomes. You have to take risks while everyone else stays comfortable. That is exactly where the massive opportunity lives.
Next up, phase 4, multiply your income streams.
Because once you've actually built your first asset, you can't just stop there. Having only one income stream is still incredibly dangerous. Imagine your income split into equal slices, earning from a job, a business, investments, and content. Having multiple income streams creates this impenetrable wall of security. If your business happens to have a slow month, no problem. Your investments and your content just keep flowing. The wealthy intensely focus on building these layers because they know that true freedom comes directly from unshakable stability.
And finally, phase 5, the power of patience. You can have the skills, you can have the assets, and you can even have the multiple streams. But without patience, this whole blueprint just falls apart completely. Look, on day 1, you start building and you're highly motivated, right? But weeks later, the growth is painfully slow, and this is exactly where the average person just gives up. But trees do not grow overnight, and neither does financial independence. You have to keep building even when the results are agonizingly invisible. That massive success the world finally sees years later, that's just the visible fruit of those quiet, frustrating early days. Consistency creates power. The people who are standing completely calm today while everyone else is panicking about the economy, they're the ones who stayed consistent for years. It's that small, daily progress, putting in the reps when you really don't feel like it, that eventually compounds into massive leverage. The world relentlessly rewards the people who create value consistently. A traditional job might help you survive your struggles, and sure, it'll pay the bills for the month. But lasting income, that builds a fortress that allows you to outlive your struggles entirely. Don't spend your whole life just surviving. If you learn the skills, build the assets, invest your money wisely, and just stay disciplined, one day you are going to look back and absolutely thank yourself for starting.
So, I'm going to leave you with one lingering question today. Will your income survive your struggles? When the unexpected inevitably happens, is your financial house built on sand or is it built to last? The choice is entirely up to you. Financial freedom isn't luck, it is built daily. If this explainer opened your eyes to a totally new way of thinking about your future, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next breakdown. Keep building, and I'll see you in the next one.